Hey, how are you? Hey, hi. So I've got Buddy the Boo Boo under me. Gotta be careful because little Buddy is a buddy. And then so tonight, couple things. Planning the card class for this month, which is a bit of a challenge because I don't really have too many ideas yet. I need to think of something. So I'm just gonna Google Stampin' Up! Wintry Treetops and see if that helps to come up with something here. Because there's definitely. Okay. Oh, interesting. Actually, that's a possibility. Now, the only thing is, I need the textured paper, which I don't have, so that's a bit of a challenge. Of course, my sizes are bugging me. One moment. Yep, I love that time of year where your allergies are kicking your butt. I kind of like that, but I'm also partial to I don't have to use wintry treetops. I'm just kind of I don't know what I want to do with this class. I need to come up with some ideas quickly. One idea would be something like this. I really like. So if this is the kind of going theme I'm going with, that is a possibility. So the first card, we're gonna go with something like this. A little more um, I don't have the words. A little more uppity, we'll go with that, with technique of coloring, which I like. Now this could also work with a white background, but no, I just think this looks really well. So I've got that. Now the thing is I don't own this stamp set. I borrowed it, so it's like, do I do the entire class with it? I very well could. It just kind of works, and it's really beautiful too. However, I don't want to do too much coloring type of thing because it does wear down the class. And just because I'm big on coloring doesn't mean everyone else is. So I may or may not transition to something else. We shall see. So I'm just kind of scattered. I'm trying to come up with ideas. I will come up with something. And then I just want to update this for a sec. See a plus for the list from last night. And then, yeah. Alright. Pondering. What do I do with this class? So if anybody has any input, let me know. I'm going to pull up the Facebook Live here in case there is input. Please, guys, give me a hand off here. Of course, my signs are still bugging me. I definitely need an idea. Like, I also like keeping it simple. I like doing concepts that aren't too complicated. One idea here is I could flip through the cards I made from Creativity Now, and there might be something to it. I mean, I like that, but it's just too much effort. These are some envelopes. This was something else, but still really cute. I like this, but it's kind of weird. I might find a different shape than that. This is kind of cool. The fold, and actually, this is speaking to me. And we've got this. We also have to play with, and it's just out of reach, a new embossing folder as well. That was fun. That was specific to those papers. So one option could be ombre effect here, but I don't really know. This was cool too. Yeah, I'm a little stuck, guys, on what do I do for this class. Now this might be a possibility. This was fun as well. This I love for something else with these ones. I'm thinking totally something else for those. I gotta come up with something good. I'm stuck. I need help. But definitely had fun making a lot of these projects. I need to think. Alright, I'm gonna put these away for now. And maybe change gears. Maybe do more Google. Hold on, my sons are really bugging me. Oh my goodness. I have another idea. Is look at the catalog, which is just outside of reach. I like this. I think that might be fun to kind of go with. So maybe I'll just look at that right now. And this was using literally scraps for the white border, and then just put a nice designer series paper. Now this would be the smaller size. This was the bigger version, just to kind of get a card done for my mom who does not need it. Oh well. So I like that. I like that. So I'm leaning towards this actually. Just something nice and easy that's hopefully fun. Now I need some Christmas paper. That might be useful. Eh? Now the good news is I can use 6x6 now. Because with the original card I couldn't. So let's have a look, see at what's possible. Technically, one of these could work as well. Oh, I'm getting an idea. I'm so getting an idea. Oh yes, I'm so getting an idea. Believe in the magic. White border it out. And then add something to it. Even that, winter blessings, which is super cute, which I might leave that for later. That's adorable. I do have some Christmas dies, like some reindeer. Even one like that. Add in the Christmas deer. Okay, I like that. Okay, we are on to something. Alright, I have something. Yay, thank you, peoples. Alrighty, so we're just going to put these guys. I got some great possibilities here. Again, courtesy of our friend Elaine, who donates so many items. And it inspires me to come up with new stuffs all the time. Alright, so we got something. Yay, we got something. I'm going to go with Believe in the Magic. So I need some cardstock and some scraps. So this should be work effective, that one. I need... And no, what's fun is this is going to be like a non-stamping piece. So 8.5, 5.5. Alrighty. So the strips on the original one, or whatever size this is, just let me peek see. So pretty much whatever this was will be sufficient. And I've got lots of scraps of that. So I'm just going to grab some to kind of get going here. So next is fold in half. And then this is going to go on centered with adhesive. So ideally try to really get it centered. So I think that's good. And then these white pieces, that one's a little short, but that's okay, is going to build around it. And it's okay if it's a little off. Now those, how did I do this? Those I did with dimensionals. So I do need to cut some down to kind of make this work. So this one is going to be 4 1/4. Bang on. I'm going to need this one 5 1/2. This one again, 5 1/2. I know I'm using scraps, but roll with me. It is efficient. And then again, 4 1/4. There we go. Got some decent pieces going. So with this, I'm just going to peel it up a little bit because I didn't quite get it where I need to. So if I'm worried about where it's going to go, that should do a little better. Yes, that does look a little better already. So then dimensionals time with all our pieces. So I'm going to do the top and the bottom first because they're a little bit wonky because I'm using scraps. There we go. Good start. And actually, this concept might work really well with the make and takes this year too. So let's get one of these laid on decent, like so, to create that faux border, which is really neat. Hey Elaine, how are you? But yeah, I might pull up some goodies from the past. Hello, hello. So I'm just working a concept that may or may not be for our card class. Essentially what I'm creating is a full border that's going to be popped up with dimensional. So I'm just using scraps to kind of get the concept. Based on this original one I made a while back. That was the same type of idea, which I really like it. And this is from one of the older Memories and More Christmas kits, which is the perfect size to fit inside this full border, and then it's kind of like a fake border. Oh, there we go. That turned out really well. That suddenly really stepped it out. I know it's hard to tell on camera, but it's there. And it's a great way of using scraps as well. There we go. So is that the start? Okay. They kind of create like a fake border. Now, because this one is specifically deers, I'm going to add something to it. But I gotta dig for a moment with Baby Buddy under me. So just bear with me a few minutes. Because I've recently pulled into my Christmas stash. And this particular card is a non-stamping card I'm going for. Which I think is really cute and pretty. Alrighty. So let me find the dies from a long time ago that I bought that I absolutely love, which I think will work really well with this. Assuming I can find them. Be good if I can find them. Alright, I'm gonna have to go look for this a long way. So I've got a really cool idea with this. Oh, I got some really cute stuff here I forgot about. I also have some nice poinsettia dies that we may pull out again this year. It was dies I used when I was first a demo. Yeah, knowing my luck, the dies are not here, so that's going to be not so good if they're not here. Alrighty, so I've opened the entire box. Now let's see if I can find them. I hope I can. Now, I think I'm going to start putting the dies into a baggie. That might be... keep those out because I really want to use them. Oh, there they are. There is my deer dies I'm looking all over for. Okay, now I can put everything away. But yeah, I'm kind of thinking of going... Oh, that's so cute. But yeah, I'm thinking of going back to some basics from when I was first a demo on this year's last in-person card class, which I really, really like. Bit of a, you know, go back in time a little. Yeah, my sniffly's really off tonight. Okay, so there, we got the dies. Now the query I'm going to have is, these are for future idea. I might actually do these again. Now the idea is, I want to die cut these deers. Now I got to figure out what color paper to die cut the deers out of. I don't know, so I'll have to come back to that one. I could use crumb cake, I could use a brown, I can make a color. I don't really know. I shall see. Hold on, I gotta clear my sizes again. Fun. Yep. Okay, lovely. Okay, there we go. So, just thinking for a moment as I'm planning what to do with these dies. Cute reindeer dies from unknown source. I'm thinking. I have a bit of an idea. Whoa. Might try a different technique this year? Because in the past, I've done the reindeer dies in like a... well, these colors won't really do. In, I think I did it in like a white. Just on purpose. But the card I did before was very different, so not that one. I could do any sort of colors really. Like we got reds, we got browns. It may not be this paper, but I'm just trying to get a general idea on what to do with our reindeers. I could blending brush it. I could watercolor paper it. There are so many options. Now the watercolor paper might be effective. Yeah, I might do that just to kind of get that color. So I was looking for my ink. What ink colors do we have to choose from? Oh my goodness, my allergies are really kicking me. So we've got Cajun Craze, which I'm not going to do. We got Early Espresso, which is not going to work. As I keep sneezing here, we've got Soft Suede, which could do. And I feel like there's another color I would have had. Could be tucked away in a box, but yeah, I'll just go Soft Suede for now. Do a quick watercolory thing here. Oh my goodness, my sinuses are really bugging me. Okay, oh, sinuses. Now another option is I could take time to find the paper too. But for tonight, I'm not going to do that. Alright, so I also need some watercolor paper to go with this, which we have here. Look at what my options are. Yeah, just pull it a piece, see what I get into. Do a measure of my deers as I keep moving things around in here. I find for me, if in doubt, I'll just make my own color. Alright, so let's kind of get a sense of size for our deers. So pretty much 3 inches, I would say, by, what size here? Yeah, I guess 3 by 3, I'll go with that. That might be enough. Let's see. I don't have to use all 3 deers, but at least I need a decent size to work with. Alrighty, so now we're going to get wet. But yeah, I may very well look into a paper that would suit the color. But that's different date and time. Alrighty. So then, let's clear some space, because we're going to get wet in here. We're going to really get wet in here. Let me find something to put on the table, because I don't want to ruin this mat that I have here. So this is something I used in the past for coloring surface. This will work as well. So then this, that, ink, water, and we're just going to color it and then call it a night. So I like to spritz it with water. Get it nice and moist, as I get everything else wet in here, apparently. Typically me. Give that a quick moment to just settle. And then open up the ink. Start getting some color on the brush. And then just kind of start coloring away. If I choose this technique for the class, I'll probably do this step ahead of time. Possibly, because it does take a bit to dry. I have already some pre-made up In case people are like, that's a lot of work, I know. Because I'm trying not to have too much coloring in the class, but I'm already... The first card's going to have coloring. But I still might have a couple done up in case it's like cool and all, but want to skip the coloring step. Totally understandable, but we'll see. So, yeah, I kind of like this color. This color's doing me. I don't know if this is a current color. I'll have to look it up. I know I don't think I have to refill for this. Alright, there we go. I am happy with that consistency. I just want like a light brown. Just to kind of work with that deers. There we go. I'm happy with that. Put the ink away. Let that dry. And then I will die cut that and stick that on this card to have some deers on there. And I think that will kind of work. Anyways, that's mostly it for tonight. Thanks for watching. Just to kind of give an update, I was going to mention this at the top of the video. I totally forgot. So because I've been more inconsistent with my timing of the videos, what I'm going to be doing is, if I'm live, I'll come on live. If I'm not live, come around 10 o'clock at night. A pre-recorded video is the intention. Will be posted on Facebook and YouTube. Just that way to kind of keep up with some consistency as I try to sort out scheduling in that, because life is complicated. So definitely tomorrow night is a pre-recorded from the trailer, which is kind of cool. So that's what I'm kind of going for. That way I have a little bit of break for myself. That way I can batch out some videos ahead of time. Also have a bit of time for home and such, to be able to get a few things done. And we'll go from there, take care of the pups and everything. So yeah, have a great night everyone. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.